Amidst the turmoil of events, do not lose your presence of mind, the counterbalance strategy. This is a very, very important strategy, and this is why I love this book so much, because this book has so many lessons in it, not just in terms of conflict, but in terms of overall life. And the more we can start to understand conflict, the more life is really going to fall into place, because when we know how to handle, tentative situations, dangerous situations, we know how to deal with the hardest aspects of life, and everything kind of falls into place after this. So understanding this, understanding that it's never good to act emotionally, understanding that, in the heart of the battle, it's always good to keep your calm. It's always good to just exist. It's never good to get worked up. It's never good to give into emotions. It's never good to, allow things to get the better of you. Like, think of any great fighter. They're not a great fighter because in the heat of battle they get super aggressive. They get super angry. Like, even Tyson in his prime. Tyson was an angry fighter, but he was a measured fighter as well. He would slip, uppercut, hook. He was measured. It wasn't just, I'm gonna run at you and let you hit me. It was, I'm gonna slip your punch and then do it. I'm gonna do this and then do it. Like, he used his emotions for good. He channeled his emotions. He had the presence. He had the awareness. He had the ability to filter these things. Whereas, think of any of those guys that are like, oh yeah, I'm a great street fighter. Oh yeah, when I see red, it's over. Like, I don't care if you have an adrenaline dump. I don't care if you have adrenaline. It doesn't mean you're going to beat me in a fight. It just means that I have to be careful for 3 seconds, and after that, you're going to be gassed. After your initial assault, I'm going to win. And it's like, we need to understand that in the heat of battle, in the moment, in these current, conflicts, we need to understand that the more we keep our cool, the more we can attack these problems rationally. And the more we can use our rationality in these heat of the moment instances, in these, potential conflicts, in these potential, fights and battles, whatever you want to call it, the more we can keep our presence, the more we can be aware, the more we're going to be able to master the situation. And if you really look into some of the greatest generals in history, they were always able to respond in the moment. The reason why Napoleon was such a great general, it wasn't because he had advanced technology, it was because he could respond. His chain of command was so, I don't know if fracture is the right word, but it was so broken up that he could, communicate effectively to a small group of men, and that group of men could communicate effectively back up to him. So he always knew what to do in the heat of the moment. He always knew what to do in the battle. He could always respond rationally. He didn't have to worry about, oh, this is happening, I didn't even know about this. He could always just get the information and filter it back down. As well, he allowed flexibility. He allowed his soldiers to take opportunities if they saw it. He didn't dictate strict orders. He saw the need for the give and take. He saw the need for the push and pull, and because of this is why he thrived. And if you look at Napoleon's downfall, it really started when he stopped doing this. It really started when he started relying more on his forces, more on his power, more on his status, and he stopped being so adaptable. He stopped being so unique. He stopped being so ingenuitive and responding to the moment instead of getting stressed out, instead of just relying on pure force. He responded rationally in the heat of battle, and this was a skill that the Prussians could not do. The Prussians relied so much on their military history. They relied so much on past military battles that in the heat of the moment, all they could do was follow the plans that they started with. But the truth is, nothing is ever going to go to plan. Nothing is ever going to fall completely in line, and it's our ability to adapt in the moment. And the adaptability only comes from the presence of just being in the moment, the presence of responding and not allowing your emotions to get the better of you, allowing your emotions to channel in you and give you energy, not getting sucked up into them. Like, I was streaming earlier today. This is a really funny story, but someone was basically talking about Jesus and saying, like, I don't believe in it, this, and he was like saying negative things, and people were getting all worked up instead of being rational. People were getting all worked up instead of pointing holes in his logic. They were doing ad hominem attacks. They were insulting him. They weren't doing anything to really change his mind. They were just reacting emotionally. And the truth is, when you are reacting emotionally, this is when you've lost. When you are controlled by your anger, by your sadness, by your pain, by whatever emotion is controlling you, if it's getting the better of you and if it's taking you away from the rational argument, the rational strategy, the rational approach, this is when you know you've lost. And this is when you know you've gotten the better of someone in a conversation and in an argument. So Keep your cool in the heat of the moment. Keep your cool in spite of whatever is going around you, and use this to your benefit. Use this energy. Use this anger. Use this as fuel to go about getting the exact approach you want. Go about getting the exact outcome you want. Love all you guys. Thank you guys so much. Link to this book will be in the description. If you want to be part of my school, free right now. All my courses are in there for free. Great opportunity. The first 50 people are going to get in for free. After that, it's going to be paid. Get in now so you don't have to ever pay me a dime. You know, it's the best deal I can give you guys right now. Love all you guys. Thank you so much for joining. If you want to know when I'm streaming, go ahead, join my Discord. You'll get updates on that. Peace out.